And we should be live. And we should be live. Alright, that was a quick sound check, guys. Welcome to the live stream. Today we're gonna look into some technical analysis. First do some Bitcoin, then some altcoins. See what's going on with them. So how's everyone doing today, first of all? Welcome, welcome. Just setting some things up, guys, and then we'll get started.
Get this beat untagged for free at freebeats.io.
Oh no, I don't want this music to keep saying that it's free. Let's see, copyright free. What kind of music do we want today? Let's see. That's better. I hope the sound is good. Alright, welcome guys. Today we're gonna do some technical analysis on lots of different altcoins. First off with Bitcoin, obviously we have reached a new all-time high here, which is super nice. And actually I haven't been looking at the charts for the last days too much. I know that we have reached an all-time high here. But I've kind of taken a break this weekend from the charts, and I have to say it has been good. Just some investing and not really trading. It's good for your health. You don't always have to watch the price, you know. However, today we're gonna watch the price again to get some longer term view on the market. What we can see is that we obviously have broken through the weekly level that we see here. And I do think what will happen for Bitcoin in the upcoming days is that we will find support around this weekly level again, around 57k, and then we move further up. Was quite a convincing break, so I don't think we will swing to the downside in the shorter term. You also see that this support band that normally is here for the weekly. This is your ultimate lower point for the whole bull market. It has been sustaining for a while, and the ultimate downside would be 33k. However, I don't think we will go there. But another trend, what you can see on the daily, is that in an uptrend and in a downtrend, these support band lines tend to flip, you know. So here we flipped the red to the green. So the red was above the green, which meant we were in an overall downtrend. And when they flip again, so pretty much these are moving averages, right? So these indicate the shorter term movement and the longer term movement. And we see here that the shorter term movement outgrows the longer term movement, and we see then that it starts to move up again. So what have we seen here? Here we saw that it flipped around this point. We went a bit lower, and we started recovering, and now we have seen this new cross here, which is pretty bullish for Bitcoin. Definitely in a bull market. You often see that this 20-day moving average keeps support for some time. Also here it kept for support, and then eventually when we have a really longer term correction, just like just like this one right here, and actually also this one that we had right here. You see that we break through this 20-day moving average level, but once we start to break above it again, we tend to trend upwards. But yeah, that's Bitcoin. And today I really want to go into some altcoins, because that's where most of the gains are made, of course. Starting with Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum has been going up also, but compared to BTC, not as much. We can see that Ethereum hasn't reached its all-time high yet, which is actually crazy to me, because with all the bullish news coming out for Ethereum, that sharding is coming up, that Uniswap v3 is coming up, that everything is gonna be better on the Ethereum network, I would expect some hype. So either that's right around the corner, or I'm really mistaken with this hype, but in my eyes, Ethereum has to rally in the upcoming weeks, at least. Which also reflects on the Ethereum BTC pair, of course. What we can see is, if we put this on log, that since late or the beginning of 2020, we have been in this range bound construction where we go to the lower side of this band, upper side of this band, the lower side. We keep going. Here we had one dip down. For the rest, we have been within this band. And what we see now is that currently the Ethereum BTC pair again is below or on the lower part of the band, and it's actually trying to break out. So 3 days ago, it actually went up by a lot, and now it corrected back again because Bitcoin started pumping so much. So what we could see, and first of all, what we could see is that we have another dip just like we had here, and then we continue upwards. Or, and that's most likely what I think, we have a similar construction as that we have seen here. So also here, within 1 day, we went up. How much was it? Let me get the price range. We went up 20%, and then in the upcoming 2 days, it went down to the same point. After which we had a huge rally into some consolidation, and eventually a huge rally to the upper point. And this pump and then going back to the original value is very similar to what we see here, right? So if this pattern, this fractal repeats, we could see a move to the upside here, where we stick in the weekly level and then eventually go to the upper band of this range by maybe mid-April, the end of April, which would be around 60% up for Ethereum against BTC, which is pretty cool, I would say. I think that's a pretty solid investment. So if BTC goes up to 70 or 80k, which a lot of people are looking at right now, what would be a price target then for Ethereum? So that's already 10-15% above the price that we have right now. So let's take 2k, because that's easy to calculate. And then 60% on top of that 2k. So that would put Ethereum between the 3200 or the 3500 range. So let's see if that actually makes sense. What's best to do this with? And also, I'm just looking at the charts right now. Hey Meon, welcome. Long time no see, man. I didn't do a live stream in a long time. Let me check. Yeah, so if we do take a Fibonacci from the all-time low from, well, not the all-time low, but the yearly low in 2020, and we take it all the way up to the top that we have forms right now, then we can see that if we break out, our next target would be around 3250, which is correct with our range, right? So if we go to the top side of this range, that would be similar to actually having a 32, 33 the $100 Ethereum. Hey Maron, yeah, I'm doing very well, man. How are you doing? Have you survived the crash? Have you been watching my videos actually? I think they've been doing pretty well. We've been racking up on some subscribers. It's actually amazing. I'm loving this YouTube journey. Can you take a look at Theta USDT? Very bullish. I definitely can. Let's take a look. Alright, alright. Funny thing is I actually have used Theta in 2017 and I like the platform, but I never racked up on these Theta tokens when I actually used it. Maybe I can actually still find my account. Let me take a look. And then I'll get into the analysis. The streaming platform thingy. Theta.tv, that was it. Oh, no sound please. That was loud. What do you mean invalid credentials? Interesting. I can't log in anymore. Whatever, it's not interesting anyways. Let's go into the analysis. An ascending triangle has been formed. On what time frame, Miran? Obviously, this is quite a long time frame. Maybe a bit lower time frame. 15 minutes. Oh, I see. And I think this is the ascending triangle you're talking about, right? I see. That is bullish indeed. We do have to take this resistance into account. How much is this? 7%. Yeah, you know what it is with this? I like it. So this is definitely bullish. However, I would take this resistance into account. Because we don't want to double top and then go down all the way. So if you're taking a really short-term trade, you can obviously trade it from the bottom of the triangle upwards. But I with this resistance in place, I could see a fake out into a dump where we have a double top situation. However, if it does play out, you would be looking at, how much is it? Let's take a look on the breakout, for example here. And how much percent is that? 16%. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so if you were to take this trade, I like it. However, be careful around this range, because I would say take profits 1 is here, and your take profit 2 is up there, if you're trading this. And then obviously, if we do reach that point, so if we do have do breakthrough and then it reclaims this as support, that's the most bullish thing ever. If it actually reclaims the resistance here back as support, yeah, then you can be looking at way higher numbers, obviously. But I like Theta for now. Yeah, nice. Have you been stacking Theta, or is it me, or is the music a bit loud today? Is this better? Theta, nice. Let's take some look at some coins that I've been talking about on the channel lately. First one being Reef. Total supply of DREP will be reduced from 10 billion or trillion or what is that to 100 million or 100 billion. DREP token swap will officially begin. I'm not familiar with DREP. It kind of looks like a spam comment, but I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's take a look at DREP token. Alright. But it's a swap, so it's not that they're burning like 99% of their tokens. They're actually swapping. So what's actually the use then? Because you need to swap 100 tokens for one token, right? So I don't really see how this swap is bullish news. Not saying that DREP in general is bad. I don't know it. Not gonna comment on it. But how is the 100 to 1 conversion bullish? I don't know. It has been going up quite nicely, let's be honest. It's a very low cap, 60 million. Alrighty, so Reef, huh? Let's see when I did my video on Reef, my latest video. Because I do still think Reef has a long way to go for March. I published a video at the 9th of March, which was around this level. So right now we are from the video up 30%, which is very nice. But yeah, we see that we have been holding this zone here, this top zone, as resistance, which is logical. And let's see if we can break through it in the next upcoming days. And if we do, then there's a bright future ahead for Reef. So the first target would be here, which is 50% up, and the next target would already be insane, which would be 140% up. But yeah, it has been going as planned, and the events are still coming up. I do still think that the Polka DeFi conference, the Defiance, I think it was called, will be a fueler for Reef, which will be in 4 days from now. March 5th till September 1st, 2021, redenomination ratio 100 to 1. Yeah, I get that and why, but what I don't get is why that makes it bullish. Why does the swap make it bullish? Or are they really burning the tokens? I think BTC is going up. You mean right now, or what do you mean in general? I think BTC is very bullish. I think we might reclaim some of these levels, and then we do continue. I don't think we will continue down into this range. HBAR best crypto 2021. I like HBAR. I'm gonna be honest, and HBAR has been performing very well. And I don't own any HBAR right now, and I hate myself for it. Let's take a look at HBAR. HBAR. Yep, hate myself for it. At the same time that I was looking at things like Avalanche and Reef, let's actually take it into here. I was also taking a look at HBAR. HBAR had huge things coming. If you look at CoinMarketCal, I can go over that. I really like this crypto. And you see it kind of Let's do this on the daily. You see how it likes the support band, right? So it goes up and it keeps going down to the support band. So in the short term, I do think there will be a better moment to buy H-bar than now. But I mean, if you look at this graph, how can't this be bullish? This is a super bullish graph. And the market cap is still 2.8 bill, so it has some room for growth. However, it's not a low cap, so you have to take that into account. In the next 24 hours. Uh-huh. Okay, okay. Why do you think that, Miran? You could be right, by the way. Definitely. Because if we look at the 4 hours, we do see that we already are getting some kind of reversal up. Maybe this candle will still be red, or the next two candles will still be red, but maybe we find some support on this band, just as that we did here. And then we're going further. Yeah, definitely possible. But why exactly do you think that we're going up the next 24 hours? Thanks for the likes, guys. Super nice. Let's get a subscriber counter in here. That's fun. Okay, I'm gonna do that on the side, and if you have questions, you can ask me. Subscriber counter. OBS. How do you add? I'm gonna add a subscriber counter first, and then we're gonna take a look at AVAX, because I've done a video on it recently, and since that video it has been performing quite well. However, I do want to discuss some of the more when it's a good time to buy and such. So I'm going into that, but I'm super bullish on AVAX. In my opinion, this coin is insane. Has insane potential. Stream Elements is great for stuff like this. Okay. Kind of new to the YouTube and the Twitch streaming part. But since my channel is actually getting some attention now, and which I love, getting some hundreds of views, I really want to take this thing seriously. I personally think that we will still the gap created in the futures market and a huge pump. Ah, yeah, obviously. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. That's smart. So when do the markets open? Let me think. Or actually, when do the futures close? That's the question, right? So is this stream elements thing? Is this paid? Let me check. Alright, AVAX. Oh, I so want to get into this coin. I'm so super bullish on this coin, it's insane. I sub today. I don't chat much. Thank you. I like your way of being and streaming. And yes, it was your AVAX vid I watched first, as I bought in yesterday, huh? Oops, I bought at the current top. That's okay, man. Let's talk about AVAX a bit, because I know I got some attention because of that video, also because of the Reef video. So I want to dive a bit deeper into those. But you bought yesterday, you said. So yeah, that's a local top. It's a very local top. Don't be too worried. I would also advise that if you are in this coin for the long term, kind of dollar cost average and this will be alright. We always have the potential that we go back to this lower support line here, which is maybe $1, $2 lower. But in general, I do think that we will go up on AVAX. And the thing with AVAX is all these altcoins are getting their new all-time highs, right? So DOT is super close to their all-time high. It's like, well, still 15%. That's actually a lot. I also own a lot of DOT. Link is kind of close still to its all-time high. 25 is also still a lot. Huh. I'm actually pretty surprised by how much these altcoins still have to recover. But then going to AVAX, like it had a huge run in January and February to almost $60. Then it had a huge correction, and you can see how beautifully this went down to this 0.236 level, and then it bounced twice, kind of a double bottom, and then it continued to rally upwards. And the beautiful thing about AVAX is that only if it should get to the all-time high, it's already 100% up. And that's actually amazing. So only going back to the level where it was in the beginning of February would be 100% upwards move already, which is insane. So looking at targets after that, so we take our Fibonacci tool again. Levels after that are this 1.618 level, which would be almost 200% up, which is incredible, honestly. The AVAX is I don't own a lot, in the sense of I have 5 to 10% of my portfolio in AVAX, but I'm pretty certain that this thing is gonna rise and take up 30% of my portfolio soon. But good to hear that you subscribe, man. I really appreciate it, and really good to hear that you like the content. I love it. Alright, let's take a look how I get this subscriber counter in here. How does this work? Okay, so I have connected stream elements to my stream, but I have no idea how it works. So apparently I have a Nightbot now, I think. Let's see. Stream elements requesting access. Yeah, sure. Have to go, but dude, you totally deserve to grow on YouTube. Miran, I really appreciate the words. Thank you for that, man. It's a side thing for me. I do work. I work full time, and on the side I do these YouTube videos because I'm researching these things anyway. So why not share it, right? But I really appreciate you saying that. I hope you drop into more live streams, and if I grow bigger on YouTube, then you were one of the first. I will remember that. Thanks for watching, man. See you soon. Hey, alert box and tips. That works, right? Or doesn't it? I should really do this before the stream. Alright, if you have other altcoins where you want me to talk about, please drop them in chat. I'm open for anything. And good luck on your Theta trade, Miran. So apparently, I now have a I have a PayPal connected to my YouTube account for tips, but I don't know how that works. Thanks, man. See you around. Wait, what? How does that work? Alright, so if anyone wants to suggest an altcoin, please drop them in chat. Or if you have any thoughts about the things I've discussed already, I would love to get some discussion going. Oh, it needs to be in my YouTube video description. So I have to go to this live stream and then... Alright, that's interesting. Alright. Hey, I have tips enabled on my stream now. Nice. Keep being you. I'll keep watching. Nice you aren't like other streamers who are all hype and clickbait, huh? I'm all in on AVAX, so no free USDT to trade and others now. Wow, you're all in on AVAX? I hope my video wasn't your only reason why you invested, but love to see it. If you're all in AVAX, man oh man. It's a risky play, but I think it can be very, very rewarding. And I assume you also done your own research beyond this. So yeah, great man. Love it. And thanks for the comment, by the way. Super nice. Yeah, I that's the thing with the clickbait, right? So, and I'm gonna be very honest here. It's kind of hard to get attention sometimes as a YouTuber. So I'm not really clickbaiting. I'm kind of I'm saying I'm really putting in the title what I do think. So I do really think that AVAX can become a top 10 coin. However, I don't think it will be within the next weeks or so. I do see that AVAX has a great upside potential in the short term. But sometimes you do have to make a bit of juicy titles to get some attention. However, in my videos and in my live streams, I want to be as honest as possible on the things that I actually think on altcoins. Because we're actually talking about people's investments, right? I'm not a financial advisor of any sorts. I'm just saying what I personally think about certain altcoins. So I want to be very careful in those things, that people don't lose money because of me. So yeah, there is a balance between wanting to grab attention of some sort and actually clickbaiting. I'm trying to keep away from the clickbaiting and definitely from being too bullish on certain things in videos. Yeah, pretty much that. No, I watched yours after I bought. To be honest, I meant to scalp it, but I fell asleep. Yes, oh, totally understand exactly. You meant to scalp it, but you fell asleep. That's pretty funny. But yeah, good to hear that you watched the video after, or at least took it as some input, and not as your only input. Because that's really what I'm not trying to do here, is letting people invest in something that some YouTubers said that you don't know, right? But I'm just stating my beliefs, and you should always do your own research. But it seems that you have done that, so that's very nice. So you're all in AVAX. That's pretty crazy. So you're not interested in any other altcoins, or don't you want to spread your bags, or are you really a scalp trader that wants to put all his back on the short-term gains that AVAX can bring? Because I think AVAX is one of the better performers. My other pick for the higher risk, high reward trade would be Reef. But I'm also very exposed to Ether, Polkadot, Link, these coins. What do you think about that? What? That's the question really. What's your reason for going full all in on AVAX? I like the Stream Elements tool. So I can make an overlay? How does that work? Oh, I see. But can I also just get my subscriber count in here? That's the question. By the way, this live stream we're also just chilling a bit and answering some questions in chat. At first I wanted to make a video today, but I couldn't think of what I actually wanted to talk about. So I thought, why not go live and be flexible in it, right? So if you guys want me to cover anything, I'm open for anything. By the way, I forgot something. I have some ideas on helping you grow. If you'd like to send me a message on Telegram, my ID is Miran Moshtag. Oh, definitely, man. That's amazing. I will do that on a live stream. I will definitely send you a message, man. Thanks for the help. BNB is my other holding. If you care to discuss it, definitely. I like BNB. Wait, that's the market cap. BNB USDT. All right. So I don't know. How long have you been in the crypto space, Beardy? Just wondering because I have something I truly regret about BNB. So let me actually tell you what my buying point was. So when I bought Binance Coin, and for that we have to go back a little bit, all the way to the end of 2017. Around this point, honestly, I don't even know why it doesn't go back further. I think it was only for less than $1 I bought BNB and I sold it around, I think it was around this point where I sold it. I was up around 10 or 12x. I sold all of it and I never kept the other half. And I think that's one of the stupidest things that I've ever done. Selling my BNB here. Because obviously now it's $267, and having bought it under $1 is actually it hurts to see this. That having said, let's talk about some analysis on BNB. Parabolic runs of some coins spoiling us. We want in those fast 10x, 20x, etc. Look at Engine, Chiliz, and several alike. If it's only about profit, invest in DOT, ADA, etc. And cash out your min 5x profit by July. I agree. I definitely agree with that, Sertan. Because if I get your comment right, what you mean is that we're really looking for these 10, 20x's that, like you said, like these Engine, Chiliz, which other coins have done 10, 20x? Well, Avalanche has done it actually. Before we started talking about it, before it had a major correction. BNB has done it. Like these are the fast 10, 20x coins. And what my tactic is with those is I just put 5 to 10% into a coin which I think can do with 10 or 20x to get some quick gains and actually get some more Bitcoin. But I do agree that if you do want some longer term gains, um, be a bit more safe. You have to put most of your money into the big altcoins, a lot in Bitcoin, and just let it ride. And by the end of the bull run, whenever that is, keep taking profits. So this month take some profits, next month take some profits, and yeah, we are, and it's stressful. Greedy makes us jump one to another, and we worry about the dumps on us. Well, we can keep it just simple by being patient. 100% agree, man. And that's also the tactic that I've taken. Because I was... let me first go into the BNB analysis, actually, since that was asked about. And then I'm gonna talk about the larger view of mine. Because I do agree with you, actually. Yeah, what's there to analyze on this chart, honestly? It's super bullish. It's super bullish. So yeah, what we see is that if we get big pumps, right, that it retraces too close to this market band, and on this peak right here, we have gone down to the market band and held it as support. And I think this will continue to keep as support. And what I do think is that the downside potential of BNB now is around 7% to this band. And if we do close below this band, we get a longer term downwards momentum. So right now we are in this situation where we went down to the 0.5 Fibonacci level, we went up, we're trying to keep support here, and what I do think is that we will keep this as support and then continue upwards, and this chart looks super bullish. I don't know whether it's the best investment out of all the altcoins right now, because BNB is the number 3 on CoinMarketCap right now. Let me double check that. Yeah, it is the number 3. So large market cap takes a lot of capital to move. However, this chart does look bullish. Yeah, very nice, very nice. My guess of BNB is as more retail comes in, the use of BNB to reduce fees pushes it to UO, but I wonder if it affects TA. Yeah, that's always that's the thing in bull markets. In my opinion, fundamental analysis goes over technical analysis in a bull market. So what we're doing right here is all nice and such, but it gets invalidated very fast because of a lot of news and hype being pushed out by the company or just in general the hype in the space. So a lot of things can happen, and technical analysis is a lot less valid in these huge bull markets. When BTC was in 2018, 2019, back then, okay, computer, or you stop working, nice. Here TA was super valid, and I made a lot of Bitcoin actually on trading these moves during the bear market. But once we started going parabolic, I made one big mistake, which was around this point. I thought we would return to the 20-week moving average, which was way lower around here. So I sold here, and I had to buy back here, where I almost lost half of my Bitcoin. However, most of that Bitcoin I've gained by trading this large move. But we see, like, definitely Bitcoin and all other altcoins are super influenced by hype, and pretty much you can slam any buttons on your keyboard and you will make money during this time. So yeah, it's very hard to do TA when things are so bullish, but it kind of, we do it to keep our heads, yeah, to grab our heads around it. And you always have to zoom out on these things to make sense of it. But yeah, going back to your questions, if you do think that BNB will rise because of the fee problem, then that stands apart from the TA. So what I want to say with that is, if it gets the hype, then the TA is invalidated, and you can't really do TA on that stuff. So I think next year they turn off that feature, no more fee reduction, so maybe drop that. So are you talking about the things on PancakeSwap and such, that they can swap with way lower fees than on Ethereum right now? Or are you talking about the use of BNB on the Binance exchange? Because if you're talking about the latter, I'm pretty sure they will keep doing it, because it's just it's the way they run their business. They've been doing it since 2017, and I'm pretty sure that that's even how they burn the tokens. That's how they give utility to the token. So I do think that when yeah, on the Binance exchange, yeah, then I agree. If that's your idea is that it rises because the use of Binance rises, which is theoretically true, then that does make a lot of sense. However, I would say I don't think BNB deserves it fully to be on a number 3 place in the coin market cap. Having that said, I do think there's a lot of growth still in BNB. So I'm a fan of BNB. I'm not the biggest fan. Maybe that's also because it hurts because I bought it under $1 and I sold. But yeah, I don't think it should be number 3, but it should still grow. My regret is Engine, by the way, got in around 130, sold at 220, was almost sure of a retrace to position again. It just keeps up and up. I really liked the coin, but it sailed away. Yeah, that's exactly what I have. And that's why I've kind of transitioned my method to doing some fundamental analysis on coins I really like AVAX and Reef, where I did videos on lately. And try to find good buying points. So let's say I like AVAX, which I do. But let me take off the log because it's kind of giving a skewed view. But we were in this run up, right? So let's say at this point I found out about AVAX and I really want to buy it. I first do fundamental analysis on it. Do I really like it? Why do I think it will rise? And then I start to look for a good buy-in point. So I just let it rally up to new highs, and a retrace will always come before a new move up will happen. And the retrace actually came. So I bought AVAX around the 0.5 level. I bought it here, and I bought it here. So in 3 levels I actually bought it. So right now I'm up in my position because I keep buying more aggressively as further it goes down. So right now I'm up on my position because I bought more AVAX here than here. So it's going pretty well, and I do think this will go up further. So same with Engine. So Engine has sailed away, but that doesn't mean you should never buy it again, right? Because now all the moves are parabolic and we're going pretty far away from this support band, right? And I'm not saying it will stop anytime soon. It could go up to this $3.50 mark. Who knows? But a retrace will come at some point. And the thing is, we have to buy the dips, even if the dip is higher than the price right now. We have to get into that mentality, or at least that's my approach to this bull market right now, to avoid myself from these moves. Seems like it's going like Terra. Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of coins right now that are going crazy, and I wonder why. Because I didn't do fundamental analysis on Terra. I know what it is. I've used it actually. I've used the streaming platform and I like it, but I don't see the long-term value in the platform, to be honest. And if it goes like this, I will get to Tether price at very least, it seems. You mean Engine will get to the same price as Theta? Well, you should always look at the market cap, right? So, Engine right now is at 51. And Engine has been around since 2017 also. Engine is just going on the NFT craze. Is Theta doing something with NFTs? Oh wait, that's Theta Fuel. I was already thinking, how's Theta 30 cents? Yeah, so this is the thing with Engine, right? If you were to buy in, well, obviously, if you sold, it's shitty, of course, but you never can predict the top. And that's why I would say, and I also did this wrong. If you think we are at a local top, take off half or something you're comfortable with. Keep taking profits in margins or in sections. And then you're prepared for anything. So if it goes down, you can buy more, but if it goes up, you can take more profits. Look at that, it was at 230 less than an hour ago. Wait, is Theta going NFT these days? Then I've missed something. Would make it logical why this shit is happening. Okay, so the Theta mainnet is dropping, so that's probably the reason for this this whole craze. But that's only in 40 days. Let's see. Okay, so the Theta that I know is this. Is Theta.tv, where you can actually earn T-Fuel, Theta Fuel, for watching streams, which is actually kind of fun. And maybe I do still have some Theta tokens on here from back in the days, 2017. I don't think this is an NFT coin, right? Did they move into the NFT space? In Japan. Oh, it definitely has something to do with gaming. Yeah, definitely. It's trying to become a network for esports and streaming. So if you know Twitch.tv, they're kind of trying to do what they're doing, but then by rewarding the viewers and the content creators with their token, and that's the utility of the token. I like that. I definitely like that. However, I don't think it should be at the place where it is right now, because where is Theta right now? It's at place 16. I mean, it's a nice use case, but is it the number 16 use case in the whole crypto space? In my opinion, it isn't. And this is all a whole lot of hype. Do you not sell the highs, then buy the dips on altcoins, even coins you like for long term? The old question of hodler versus trader. Those riskier trading like me, stuck now until upward move again. Yeah, that's hard. That's a hard question. I do trade. I do actually swing trade. So I'm in since 2017, right? So I've been in the crypto space for quite a while now. And I've accumulated most of my Bitcoin, yeah, before the huge bump back then, like here. But I've traded a lot down here, and it was actually a lot of fun to trade down here. And I've lost a lot of money and gained a lot of Bitcoin. Then I lost half my Bitcoin on one trade, but I'm up in dollars a lot since these days. So what is my tactic right now? Every time we do reach an all-time high on Bitcoin, and this also holds for altcoins, I start scraping off some profits. So I take some profit here, I take some profit here, I take some profit here, I take some profit here. So I scale these profits up, and this is not a lot. Maybe like 3% of my portfolio every time. It's not a lot, maybe just 3%, 3 to 5% of my portfolio every time. And the higher it goes, the more aggressively I go. So only at the bottom here I take 2% profits, but here I take maybe 5% of my portfolio as profits. then when a correction happens, I do still have some funds to buy back. And that's how I trade these days. I don't do 100% trades anymore. I used to do those, and I went fully wrong on that. Because that's the thing, when you're wrong on such a trade, then you lose a lot. So when at this point, at this candle, you think, well, Bitcoin's going to retrace now, I'm going to sell it all, and then it keeps going up, you lose a lot of Bitcoin. But if you just take 10% of your portfolio here, if you think it's the local top, and it continues further, you still have 90% in there. But if it does go down, you can buy a bit more BTC. And of course it's less aggressive, and there's a bit less reward. But I think that's a safe way to still maneuver the market these days. That's how I'm doing it, of course. But I do think it depends on your willingness to lose it all. Well, obviously no one wants to lose it all, but you know what I mean. And I guess your risk appetite, right? If you want to sell it all and take the risk that it goes up, be my guest. I think it depends on your portfolio size also. If you have 1k invested and you're okay with losing 1k, then you can take these kind of trades. But if you have 100k invested, which is a lot of money for you, then you probably don't want to take these big risk trades, right? And you don't want to put everything into one altcoin, for example. And you try taking this more market is weird since yesterday. It made me think a correction might come today, like the end of February. Why do you think it's weird today? Because I can do some quick analysis on what I think. What I think is happening right now is that we have had a huge correction here, just like we had in 2017 all the time. And we're starting to recover from this, and the only odd thing I find is that this was pretty linear up. If you compare it to what we have seen here in January, we see that we went down, up, down, up, down, and then we started recovering. And here we really see a big downswing into a big upswing. And that's the thing I find weird. However, what I do think what will happen here is we have broken all-time high, right? And I think we will reclaim this resistance as support. And this will be the turning point for where BTC will go. So if we tend to take this zone, this all-time high zone here, this weekly level, if we hold this as support and keep continuing, so if we stick around this level and keep going up, then I think we can blast past 70k. But if we lose this as support, this range, then I think you're right, and we can go into a correction wave, which can maybe even go to these levels here. And I think this level right here that I've marked, can I maybe do a quick box here? How do you do these boxes again? Here, rectangle. This zone right here. I think this zone is essential. If we can keep this zone as support, then I think we will go further up. I like what you're saying, thank you. Yes, I screwed up selling all BTC on dip, but I can't buy back in on time as I got busy in work. So again, I'm stuck. Not wise trading while working. That's the thing, and I'm also very aware of this. And I have the privilege right now that I'm working from home. Obviously that's shitty in itself, but I'm also working full time and I'm working from home. And I always have a tab with the price open. So if something happens, I can move away from work and do a quick trade and then move back to work. So that's a privilege that I have. But don't take too short-term trades. So don't do day trading when you're actually doing something else on the side. If you're doing day trading, you should have your full focus there. And it's super risky. Definitely if you're new, If I recall, you said you were into the crypto space for 1.5 months. I wouldn't advise too much to do day trading. I would just pick out the gems, pick out the good coins that you really have trust in, and ride these to the top, and just keep going. I took profit yesterday and I'm watching full on USDT. Want to see the morning at least till market opens up. Yeah, actually, we have a regular watcher called Miran, who yeah, he watches the channel a lot, and he gives some good TA. And what he was talking about was this futures gap that has to be filled. And when the futures close, there's usually a gap that has to be filled, and that is looking pretty bullish for BTC right now. So he thinks that in the next 24 hours we are going up. I'm kind of in the middle here. I'm not super bullish, but I'm definitely not bearish on BTC. I do think we will hold this zone here as support. So we have a maximum downside of like 4%. And then we will continue further up. That's what I think. And I would love some sideways action for BTC here before we move further up. Because sideways action is good for altcoins. Where do you think Coty could go this month? Good question. And on the side, let me see if I still own Coty. Because I bought some time ago. Let me check if I already sold. Well, first on the analysis. Whoa, that's a bit far. Alright, so we have this clear breakout point, right? Which is around this point. Where we found some resistance, broke through, and now are retracing back. So if we take our Fibonacci tool all the way to the top, we see that we have now retraced to this 0.382 level around here. And actually the fun thing is if you flip this around, we have this golden ratio that we call it, which is between the 0.618 and 0.66, and this golden ratio tends to bounce a lot. So what we see is that we have a huge spike up, and then we tend to bounce in this 0.618 and this 0.66 level to the upside. It tends to happen a lot, and also here, apparently. Doesn't mean that we can't go down further, since usually when we have some resistance, it turns into support. So what we could have here is a small downturn for Coty, after which we move up, or we indeed flip around this golden ratio and we go up further. So in the midterm it's a good buy. The very short term I don't know. Long term Coty is looking good. On the fundamentals, I know what Coty is. I think it's looking very good because of the partnership with Cardano, with AdaPay. I think Coty has a bright future. Is it in the top 100 already these days? Because I bought it when it wasn't in the top 100. 164, 46, sorry. 250 mil market cap. Yeah, this thing could definitely go to $1 billion with some traction. But this month, where does it go this month? So before the end of April, which is quite far still, I think we could reach a new all-time high by that point. Even if we do retrace here to this point, we still have more than enough time to actually reach this all-time high before the end of the month. Yeah, Cody's looking good, man. Cody's looking good. Thanks for the question. Gonna look at CoinMarketCal. Cody. They have a lot of events this month, right? No problem. I hope I helped a bit. Because I'm doing on the spot analysis on these coins, right? I'm not super into these coins these days. I'm pretty clear on my channel which things I do own and which I don't. And I don't own any Cody right now, I just checked. However, this is super bullish. All these things that are being done before the end of March, including AdaPay. This is huge. I did try to use the service though. I went to their website. I wanted to make an account and actually check out what it looks like. And what I don't like about Cody is that they ask KYC for every user. I really don't like it. But yeah, the user interface, right? Who cares? Yes, well said. I hope to get out of my shitty minimum wage labor job and do this full time in the long term. Savings I make monthly, 150, go to crypto. I am learning and studying, beginner's mind. Nice, man. A few things you have to take into account. And I think the first one is the most important thing, and that is that this is not gonna last forever. Bitcoin is not gonna go up forever, and there are a lot of YouTubers and streamers that claim that it will. It won't. This bull market, as we have it here, it has a top, just like it had a top last time, and take that into account because you don't want to be sitting into all of your bags when this happens. When we actually have that 80% correction all the way. And it's, if you look in hindsight, this looks obvious, but let me tell you, this wasn't obvious. Look, let me go to the BLX. It's way easier to explain there. Alright, the bull run that we saw back there was very similar to what we're seeing right now. So we have a big move up, maybe like 150% here. We have a huge correction of 40% here. And this correction was like the last correction that we had in January. Then it went back up. Then we had another correction, and this one is actually very similar to the one we're having right now, where we have one big spike down, 40%. Ours now is 30%. And we go quickly back up, we reach a new all-time high, and we move further. And this is all fun and games until this happens. Look, another correction, perfectly healthy, we keep going back further, and then this happens. And we correct 44%. And if you see this right now, you probably think, well, this is fairly obvious, it's over, right? But this 40% correction is not a lot different than this 30% correction, or this 40% correction that we have here. How do you recognize that this is the end of the bull market? And the thing is, you don't, because you see it rebounding after, and then it keeps going down further, and you sit on your bags. So one thing I want to give you, and that's not trying to be harsh, but it's pretty unlikely that you will quit your job this year from crypto. That's just how it is. You have to make a lot of money to be sustained for the next 3 years, because this bull market won't last for 3 years. It also didn't last for 3 years back last time. You can make a lot of money, but be sure that you do make a lot of money and take profits along the way. Just keep on taking profits till the top, such that you're not sitting on all of your bags when we do actually go down. That's the only advice I want to give you. There's something that I did wrong. I made a lot of money on the way up, and I lost 80% of it on the way down. And I started building. Back in this time, I started building again. And right now, I'm at 2.5 times what I was back here. So even though that I lost like 80%, I'm back up now, and it's all good. Unless you get lucky with those shit going 100x parabolic runs, definitely. But the thing is, you need to have balls to put a lot of money in there. And it also can go the other way. But yeah, it's about your risk appetite, man. My plan is to hopefully make 50k from 10k, then invest it in the bear market and hopefully become a millionaire. Do you think it's possible? If it's possible, yeah, definitely it's possible. But if you have 10k now, so you're trying to 5x, that's possible. I don't think that's possible by only going into Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin is going to 300k in this cycle. I think it will go above 100k definitely. So you need to do either some trading or investing in some altcoins that you're. So you need to be a bit lucky. You need to take a bit more risk to get from 50k from your 10k. The challenge then is actually cashing at 50k because you won't see it as the top probably. The other challenging thing is buying in a bear market. In hindsight, it all looks easy, but I bought this Corona dip, right? Like it went to like 4k. I actually bought this, and how scared I was when I bought this because everything was going down like crazy. This day, and you probably heard about it, it went down more than 50% in one candle in one day, and it was scary as fuck because I thought it was going to 1,000, and then you need to have the balls to actually put your money in there. And it's hard. It's easy on paper. It's hard to do it. So I think it's possible. But make a plan. Make sure that when you reach at 50k, actually do take some profits at the top, and you're not gonna buy all at the bottom. So DCA out, DCA in, and take some risks in altcoins, and that way you can achieve it. I did that in 2017, so you can also do it. You've been through this since 2017. I would love to hear more about this. Most people talk about cycles. It's true about corrections. It's not correct to transfer USDT and gain 6% of interest in the bear cycle. Thank you, yeah, lol. Bear cycle. Thank you, yeah, lol. Well, yeah, obviously you can buy some stable coins and take some interest during the bear market, but it looks so easy. We are at a peak and then we go down and now we are in a bear market. But when do we start going bullish again? It's super easy when you look back on it. But I sold, for example, at 18k because I thought we were going to retrace for a while before we were going back up. I made that mistake. What would we want to say about this? Just put in dots and get your 50k by summer. Your aim's too easy. 5xing your money is never easy, man. It's never easy. I do like DOT though. I do own a lot of DOT. I think DOT can go definitely to $100. But it does take some competition from Ether, which is scaling up. And Vitalik is actually saying that they're 100xing their transactions by by the next month or so. I don't know exactly what time frame you put on it, but DOT is trying to fix the scalability problem. But if Ethereum actually does it as well, then they have the first mover advantage in that. But I do like DOT. Having said that, what about GRT? I've made a video on GRT 2 weeks ago, I think. I love GRT. I truly love GRT. I haven't looked at it as much lately. But it also is... Jesus. Oh, I was just a bit too zoomed out. I thought it was a recent move. So I have the same with GRT as I had with AVAX, where I want to buy GRT a bit low. So I was starting to get interest in GRT around this level when it was going up all the time. But I let it peak and I let it correct. And the thing with GRT is I missed this buying point. I don't know why I missed that buying point, but I missed this buying point about around the 0.382 level. And then I thought maybe it's not as good as a buy around this level anymore compared to other altcoins. I do think this will still go up. But if you compare this buy-in point to, for example, Avalanche, you can clearly see that this bottom is a bottom. And for me, it wasn't as clear on AVAX compared to GRT. So that's why I didn't buy it. However, let me see. Yeah, GRT just looks healthy. Had a nice move up. Had a nice correction around 50%, I think, even more. 55%. Yeah, it's looking to go up again. Also, this from here to the all-time high is 60%. Thing with GRT is I like AVAX more. About the fundamentals of GRT, I think GRT is really necessary for a lot of other projects. So it's trying to make kind of a search engine on the blockchain, right? So they kind of compare it to Google, and in that video I really put doubt on that comparison because it's really GRT is business to business, and Google is business to person. So it's a bit different in that sense. But I do think it has a huge use case for other projects, and it's very valuable. Think of guys like me buying first time ever in crypto at 45k. Yeah, I have a lot of colleagues that actually are in the same position that recently bought crypto. Well, not at 40k, but closer to 30k or so. But they were in crypto for the first time. But it's not bad. I mean, I also started crypto in 2017, and back then it was too late because in 2014 a Bitcoin was $100, you know, and I bought it at $5,000. Ooh, it's always too late. The best time to buy Bitcoin was yesterday. Did a super quality prime coin, and it's on its knees. GRT, I definitely agree, man. I think GRT is ready to pop. But that's the thing with all these coins, right? I would never all in on GRT or on AVAX or anything else because of my portfolio size. I don't want to lose it all. No one wants to lose it all, but I mean, I have too much stake in it, so I want to diversify a bit more. Oh, Pickle is doing nice. Interesting. Cool, cool. I understand. I started with a little in ADA in late January, and now I have Cody, AVAX, Litecoin, HBAR, and a little Cardano. Most of these will be for the short term, I think. Yo, Tom, you're killing it. Good job, man. If you had Cardano in January, then you already took a lot of gains. January, around this time then. Yeah, then you were up like 3 or 4x in a few months. Great job. And good that you're diversifying now. So that's mostly what's happening, right? People are taking a huge gain with 1 or 2 coins, and then they start to diversify, and that's really the way to go. You've been killing it. Nice. Right now, I didn't have that killing coin yet, I think. I made a lot of profit on DOT, on Link, on ADA, but I mostly bought these when they were already up a bit. But I didn't have my 20x coin yet, and I did have these in 2017. Can you help me with short time frame TA on AVAX, please, to understand the moving currently in the larger time frame? So how short of a time frame do you want to go, man? Because I don't really want to go into the 15 minutes ones. However, this doesn't look bad. Okay, so how far are we from our golden ratio? Alright. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, this looks more like it. Alright, let's get a lot of this shit gone from the screen. Okay, so now it's the 14th of March, and you see at the 9th of March that we had a huge bump up, right? Yeah, let me go into the 15 minutes actually. It doesn't look as bad as I thought. You can actually get some value out of this. So you see that we had this huge spike up, and actually this was the start of the reversal, I would say, because we had a downtrend here. Here we kind of had a double bottom. We consolidated for a bit, and then we had a huge spike. That huge spike obviously corrected, and you see that we went into this golden ratio zone again between the 0.618 and the 0.66, and then we rebounded. And now we're dancing with these Fibonacci levels right here. So now we see that we have support on the 0.5, and it seems like we are kind of in between these Fibonacci levels, where we can maybe see some move like this, touch the resistance here again, and then break through. Don't mind about the time frame here, but probably this will either be the end of the correction. I actually think this is just the end of the correction. This zone right here, because it so perfectly falls within the golden range. So how it then fits into the larger time frame? Well, you can obviously see this. Yeah, you can simply see that we are forming a cup here, right? So maybe we will either form a cup or handle here or whatever. I don't know what it will exactly do, how it will take the spot. But I think the most important thing is that we see that this downtrend has been reversed right here. And we're kind of laddering in between these levels. So AVAX just looks super bullish. I don't exactly know how it will go up. So it can make a cup or handle, or it can just straight go up. But I feel like this was the bottom for AVAX. Which crypto made you the biggest gain in 2017 and 18, and also this year so far? Yeah, I love to talk about 2017 because there were two altcoins where I made the most gains on. So let me start with my journey on crypto. I started investing into crypto in 2017, and I think it was in June, I think. And I invested half into Bitcoin and half into Ethereum. And I didn't know anything about the crypto market. I knew what it was, I knew a bit how it worked, because I think you also should know that when you start investing. And I lost 50% of my investment in the first week, and I was super pissed. I actually wanted to give up on it. I thought, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore. Let me see if this is actually accurate, if it was in June, because I think we can retrace to when this 50% correction was. We shouldn't go on Binance then. I'm getting into the altcoins that made me the most profit. Yeah, it was in June. This was actually my buying point, somewhere around here. And then from the top to the bottom, it made almost a 70% correction when I was the first time invested. And this hurt like hell. So I wanted to give up, but at some point I was like, yeah, let's just leave this money into crypto and just leave it be, and let's play with it a bit. So I went into a bit more risky moves. So the first coin that I bought was Neo, and it's still in the top 100. And back then it was called N shares. And N shares were one of the first coins that were major for me. I bought Neo or N shares back then, even before this price that you see right here. I think I bought N shares around $2 or $3, and I rode it all the way to to $100. So I 50x'd on Neo, and that was one of my biggest gainers of 2017. But that was in the beginning of my investment moment, because in July I invested in it around $2-3, and then it quickly went up to something like $30, and I already scooped some profits, and I let the rest ride. The other thing that I made a lot of money on is VeChain, and back then it was actually Ven. They swapped from Ven to VET to they did 100x on their tokens. So the numbers are a bit weird because you got 100 times more tokens. So also the price got divided by 100. So that's why here it's a bit crazy with where the price starts. So I can tell you where I bought VeChain. I bought VeChain around 24 cents, and at an all-time high it was at $7. So that was around a 25x on my investment. The thing with VeChain was, though, I already made a lot of money with Neo. So I already had quite some capital to put into VeChain. So I actually made more money with VeChain because I invested more in it. However, it was a less of a gain in total. Cheers, cool to hear your crypto story journey. By the way, your voice is calming, huh? Lol, I think we're all feeling fuck it sometimes. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, it's crazy, these crypto journeys. But as you see here, and this is one of my mistakes that I made with VeChain, and that's why I say this crypto market won't last forever. Here in 1 month, let's see, the July 2018 to August 2018, the price went down almost 80%. And let me tell you, I didn't sell all my VeChain back then, and that was my biggest loss of 2018 too. I kept a lot of my altcoins, my Neo, my VeChain. I became emotionally attached to these altcoins, and I lost a lot too. I bought a freaking nice car from it, but I made a lot of profit, but I've lost a lot too. And in the end, most of my profit was gone. So understand that all the gains that you make are not gains yet until you have them on your bank account. Doesn't mean you have to sell everything right now, and don't sell too soon, definitely not. But do take some profit on the way up. That's at least what I'm doing right now. That would be my advice. If you haven't checked out BPro yet, well, first of all, I did. That may be your chance for the 20x coin, lol. It's starting to move and it's only 14 mil market cap. It's all about gaming and esports. I know BPro actually, and I've checked it out around a month ago, and I wanted to buy some, but I was resisted by what was I resisted by? I'm not sure actually. Oh damn, it is starting to move. Holy shit. Do I have proof that I looked at BPro? Looking at something and buying it is a whole different thing, huh? Yeah, I like BPro actually, I think. What resisted me from buying that thing? I'm still on their Telegram even. I didn't get BPro because it was not on Binance. It was too much of a hassle to make an account in KuCoin. Search for only BPro. I can understand that. However, if you're really looking for these low cap gems, so if you really want to take some risks and want to make like 100x on a coin, do take into account that you can also go to zero with these coins. You have to look on these alternative exchanges, either Uniswap or KuCoin. Or in 2017, I was on like 6 different exchanges, so it's not weird to do such a thing. Why didn't I buy this shit? Wait, I said something in their Telegram. Do I have the Telegram app? No, not on my PC. Let me check out why I didn't buy this. Why are you bullish on it, Vault? Like, why right now? I understand that the protocol might be nice. What I liked about them is that they actually already had some kind of launcher which you could use. Yeah, they had a platform already. Why didn't I like them? I think they also had some casino bound to Bpro, which used some kind of tokens on the Bpro network. I'm actually interested. Do you have a personal preference for a stablecoin? Yes. I tend to not like Tether USD too much because it's centralized. I do like DAI. I think I like DAI the most. Because it's decentralized and it's not really governed by them. That's what I like about DAI. The thing with Tether is if they say they're backed by $1, and you have to trust them. And when something goes wrong, they can go down. But with DAI, it's actually backed by smart contracts and people putting in money there and earning interest on it and keeping the price stable. And that's why I like it more. Esports are the second largest revenue in sports in the US, only behind the NFL. Esports are becoming bigger, seems like an opportunity. I agree. Also, the daily and weekly has a ton of build-up bullish divergence. I use Wolfpack indicator, and that's where I see it. The Wolfpack indicator. I heard about it earlier. Okay, you have to tell me how you use this shit. I did see a video on this indicator, Vault. Can you help me with that? Price prediction for Reef. I try to be careful with these price predictions, to be honest. Yeah, I don't like to make too many price predictions. I do like to put some targets though. So if you're trading Reef, this will be your first target, this will be your second target, as we discussed in the video. But the thing is, if you have price predictions, these probably mostly are too bullish because you're really hyped for the coin. No, I don't like to put price predictions, to be honest. Because with these gem coins, if they really push through, like these Neo and these features that I was talking about, there is no ceiling. Or at least you don't see the ceiling. And you just have to take profits along the way. For Bpro scroll out. Wait, they've been around for so long? Yeah, okay. I hope you don't mean this huge peak, because this is obvious manipulation on the first day it was launched. Projection, not predictions, no financial advice. I like that. Definitely. Yeah, you mean this first candle, right, Vault? I don't like putting targets on first candles. Same with Reef, right? So if you go to Reef, I do put a Fibonacci on this huge candle because those are my targets here in between. But I'm not saying it will go to the 30 cents immediately or eventually. And now that I think about it, I don't even know if I like to put a Fibonacci on it. Let me think about it. I might make an update video where I take other price targets that are not based on this first day price manipulation. Huh. That made me think actually. The Wolfpack selling pressure has become literally nothing over time on B Pro. Okay. So how do you use this Wolfpack indicator, Vault? I'm unaware. I actually want to know a bit more about it. I really like Reef, but FUD scared me off too. And let's accept they really messed up at some point. Definitely, they did. I definitely agree. I still like Reef, but I think the price has to hurry up though. Because what is where Reef shines? It's a DeFi protocol on Polkadot, where I think it can be successful on itself because it's on Polkadot. We also have to take into account that Ethereum is going to start sharding soon, which will bring more people to Uniswap and less people interested in Reef for purely the fees. Obviously, they still have the capability of going cross-chain with Reef, but I think the fees are the main driver for Reef. And if Ethereum starts sharding before Reef starts to pop off, we have to be careful. But by that time, I obviously will make an update video. Let's see if I missed any comments. Let's accept they already messed up. One more thing I got angry was they are doing an event. Prize pool is 1,000 Reef. And they're shouting it as if it's something huge. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Whoa, $50 giveaway, guys. Or they need to give it to like 1,000 people, then it makes sense. Do you know about staking on Binance? I've been staking my BNB, now I'm getting free Alice, which enters the market tomorrow. I do know about staking on Binance. I am staking on Binance actually, as long as my coins are on there. I'm flex staking, not for a fixed term. I don't like staking in general. I think I can make more money on trading between altcoins. But however, when my coins are on Binance anyways, then I tend to stake them, flex stake them. Flex staking, you can take them out of any time. I'm unaware of BNB staking. So do you only get this Alice if you're staking BNB? Which kind of offers do you mean? The staking offers? Let's see. My neighbor Alice. I'm not logged in, right? No, okay. I didn't want to give out my funds. Yeah. Okay, so it's cross-chain, pretty much. It's on ERC20 and BEP20. 100 mil token supply. Oh, I'm staking some BUSD. So I probably will get some Alice. What is Alice? Let's see. I'm gonna give this one a try. BUSD, Chromia BNB as involved. Pure NFC. Oh! It's a game. Cool, cool. I like these play to earn games these days. I'm playing Gods Unchained myself. It's super fun actually. I made a video on it. You should check this video out. If you're into blockchain games, you should check my video out. Because you get like $20 for free if you play it on Coinbase. And I actually, oh, voice crack. And I actually got mine on 3 days ago. So it's pretty nice. Let me find the link for that one. Holy shit, that's voice crack. They literally own more than 60%. Yeah, I saw that. Like the tokenomics are shit. Where's this video? Oh, here. Okay, options. Share. Alright, the link to that video is in the chat. But what? Tokemetrics is not too bad actually. So they do have some reserve. Why do they only make the play to earn portion 8%? That's really shitty. And then 50 to community and marketing. What is this? I don't like it. Yeah, okay. I don't like it too much. Well, it's not 60%, right? They have 15%. The team and advisor have 15%. Oh yeah. Yeah, now I see what you mean. Wait, this game is actually on Steam? There's one big factor, and it's whether the game is fun or not. Will everyone sell and open? Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. Mostly what you see on these launch days is something that you see on Reefear too. That it pumps up like a lot and then it dumps all the way. That's like a huge pump and dump on the first day. You see this on a lot of tokens that get listed on Binance. So it's pretty much a lottery. Game engine is coming to on the 19th of March. Age of Rust on Steam. Cool. Age of Rust, is it fun? I'm actually looking at some more blockchain games. Crypto puzzles. Blockchain based inventory can issue crypto rewards. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes they feel forced, right? These games. I don't know, I have to see. For me, a big thing is whether the game is fun. And for example, Gods Unchained that I'm playing right now really is fun. It's a super fun card game. I know many people buy in-game purchases, some pointless shit, so it seems it could go well, but yeah. Definitely, definitely. But the game has to be big. That's the point. For people to spend a lot of money on games, the game needs to be big. So the same with this Gods Unchained game that I talked about. You can get cards by playing, and these cards are NFTs, and these NFTs are tradable. But these NFTs are, well, one card sold for $30,000 or $40,000 because it's rare. But normal cards, which eventually are not gonna be there anymore, will only be very expensive if the player base grows by a lot, and that only will happen when the game is fun. And in my opinion, that game is really fun. So for me to be interested in these kind of coins that have these play to earn incentives, I'm super interested if the game is fun. And I'm a huge gamer actually, so I'm a perfect stress tester for that. What do you think about the XRP chart, the flag? Let's see. On fundamentals, I don't like XRP too much, to be honest. I think it kind of goes against decentralization. It does have a place in cryptocurrency. However, I don't like it too much. Doesn't have anything to do with the technicals though. What do I think on XRP? Yeah, so I'm thinking about the reason of these pump and dumps, right? Because these really had sentimental value. So I'm wondering whether you can make sense out of them. Because this was all because of the court case, right? Which he eventually passed. So then it continued further. So I don't know how much sense in a technical way you can make sense of this. No, I have nothing on this actually. I'm very neutral on XRP on the technical side, but I don't like it too much on the fundamental side. So for me, it's a no-go anyway. By the way, when I say I don't like something fundamentally, it doesn't mean you can't make money on it. If you do like the coin, go ahead and make some money, man. Which games you hang on? Well, I play some more casual games, such as FIFA and Call of Duty on my Xbox. Cold War, the new one, I love that game. I used to play Counter-Strike, I used to play League of Legends, and I used to play a lot of Hearthstone. And I was really good at Hearthstone actually. I think I was in the top 200 players at some point. But I found that they lack updates, so I stopped playing the game. And that's why I also enjoy Gods Unchained so much, because it's super similar to Hearthstone, but they actually do have some work. Overwatch, my girlfriend plays a ton of Overwatch actually. And I should play more with her, because it's fun to play together. But I don't enjoy Overwatch too much. Maybe I get into it when Overwatch 2 comes out again. But yeah, I should play more Overwatch with my girlfriend. But it's the only game she plays actually. She used to play a lot of Smash Brothers on the Wii, but now she plays a lot of Overwatch. Yeah. But yeah, I also have that game and I play it sometimes. EOS long-term technicals looking solid. Let's take a look. When in doubt, zoom out. Yeah, this looks solid. We can clearly see that we've been through this bear period here. And funnily enough, EOS has held a pretty solid sustainable bottom here. And you can see the triangle here, which you broke out of. Yeah, EOS long term super solid. Like we went all the way to the bottom, formed this descending triangle, actually broke to the upside instead of to the downside. Got a little pump. Now you're back here again. Long term this looks super good, I agree. What rank? I'm thinking, because she doesn't play too much ranked, but last season she played a bit of rank to still get the points, so she got a rank. I think it was diamond, and then the upper end of diamond, so that's pretty fucking good, I think, for someone who doesn't play a lot of games anyways. Alright, I'm gonna grab a drink, guys. Be right back. And I think I'm gonna stream for another maybe 20 minutes or so, I think, after that. Maybe till 11. My time. Be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. I want to say this has been a very nice live stream, guys. Lots of nice talk. A lot of different altcoins. Not gone yet, but just wanted to put it out there. If you didn't subscribe yet, please subscribe to the channel. I see a lot of people already dropped a like on the video. I love it. Thanks everyone. Let's see if we can get the subscriber counts from here now. Pig, do you know it? Let me check. No, I actually don't know it, but let me check it out. Pig BTC is not on TradingView. You mean Pig Finance? What is this? Working gas for yield farming. Okay. We don't know the circulating supply. That's a bit weird. 5% tax on every transaction. That's a lot. Rising price for a floor. Liquidity is locked. This is what more projects should do. No team allocation at launch. If you believe in your project, you fucking buy your own coins. Lekkere coin, something what happened to Fag. What coins do you think are most likely to do with 10x in the top 150? Hard to say. 10x. Well, if you're looking at a 10x, then you should first of all look at the lower caps. Well, Yeah, that's the thing, right? If you look at something like Polkadot, with a 33 bill market cap, if you're looking at a 10x, you're looking at the $330 billion market cap. Which is more than Ethereum is right now. And I think Ethereum will staking. Obviously it will grow. I think like these guys won't do with 10x anymore this market cycle. Eventually they will, but not this market cycle. So if we're looking at 10x coins, we should look at the lower end. Yeah, if I know, I would have told you. The things that I'm looking at, like Avalanche, right? Looking at Avalanche, and I think Avalanche could do with 10x, honestly. I think this, because I said this could be in the top 10. It has a 3.8 billion market cap right now, and when it's in the top 10, it's at least 12. But when it gets close to like a dot or something, this thing could 10x, and I think the whole market cap grows in its whole. So I think Avalanche is a coin that could 10x, definitely. And then Reef is a hit or miss. Reef either does it or doesn't. It goes to 0, or it goes down a lot, or it does a 10x, in my opinion. And I think it could do more than a 10x, but it's more risky. So yeah, pretty much the coins that we've already been talking about, right? These are the coins that are probably going to 10x, in my opinion. I agree, Julian. The tokenomics are very well done on PIC, what I saw. I'm gonna keep it on the back here. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Keep the tab open. Thoughts on big market makers influencing coins? Obviously they work Monday to Friday. Seems weekends behavior is also different as more big investors come in. How do you think crypto is affected? So with big market makers, do you really mean institutional investing? Like the big guys like Elon Musk? Or are you really talking about influencers that are pumping up small cap coins? Which of these do you mean? Polygon is another hyped one. I heard about Polygon, yeah. It went up big, huh? Matic, yeah. Well, I don't know if it's hyped, to be honest, because Polygon definitely has use case. Another coin which I might want to do a video on, because I'm very interested in it, I didn't buy it yet, is, you guys already get the preview. Where is it? Is Banker. Banker is doing really well. and I really like what they're doing right now. It's too heated right now, but when this thing dips big time, I do want to buy it. Oh, yeah, this thing just looks amazing. I think when this goes to this bull market support band level, so the 20-day moving average, and then I think I will buy some banker. But I'll make a video on it, on why and such. What do you think about AVAX as a project and chart? First of all, welcome to the channel, because probably if you're asking that question, you haven't checked out my channel before. So welcome. I'm a huge fan of AVAX. I've made a video on it, why I think it can be get into the top 10 of CoinMarketCap. If you're interested, please check out that video. It has been posted before the weekend, so just check my channel. And when you're there, anyways, press the subscribe button. And I can tell you why I think this thing will explode in March. It has a lot of, in summary, it has a lot of events coming, like the NFT support. I actually got a comment that the NFT support was already there, but I couldn't figure out whether that was actually true or not. But it got NFT support coming, and with the craze in NFT and with the healthy correction that it has had, I think AVAX will go past this all-time high pretty soon. I think in March already. Groups, wheels, coordinating pump and dump, control, manipulate prices, mostly to liquidate shorts and longs. Yeah, what do I think about it? I think we have to deal with it. These are there in every market, and Bitcoin has the disadvantage and the advantage that it's unregulated right now. So everyone can do whatever they want. What do I think about it? You can also take advantage of it. I mean, if you think as a whale, you can actually make some money on doing these moves. But I do think that a lot of moves are being set aside as this is one whale doing manipulation. Well, actually, it's sometimes pretty technical. The same as I think it was this dip that was being put down as the F2 pool manipulation dip, that a lot of people from F2 pool sold their Bitcoin. But this move down was actually also pretty technical, and it was not weird that it happened at this point. So I think it's not only due to the manipulation of the whales. That being said, of course, I think it's something we have to deal with. Everyone has a fair playing field here. People with more money can manipulate the price. I mean, that's just what happens. I hear a lot about reserve rights. I will do research on BNT. Looking forward to the video. Nice, man. Good to hear. Yeah, I actually got tipped BNT from a friend. And I knew Banker already from 2017 actually, because this coin had been around. But I wasn't aware of all the new work that they had done right now. And it seems like their protocol and their platform is pretty nice. And with the price movement there, also almost hitting an all-time high, I think it can go into price discovery pretty soon. And that's just a summary. I will go more in depth in the video. I don't want to spoil it all here, but check it out already. It's super nice, and I want to pick some up when the correction is bottoming out. But I think we have to deal with the whales and think like a whale to move these. But you have to think, the higher the market cap gets for Bitcoin, for example, the harder it becomes to move these markets. Larger market cap means less volatility. So I think the scary part is in these pump and dumps of altcoins. And I would just say stay away from these. But you also have these bigger YouTubers, right, that are simply taking money to pump coins. And I think that's a really, really bad thing. And it's actual market manipulation. So, look, talking about either a stock or a crypto investment in this case is fine. Because you have valid reasons and actual thoughts on why something should be valued at a certain point. As long as it's not financial advice, of course. You can give your own opinion on a certain stock or cryptocurrency in this case. However, as soon as you take money to bring attention to a project and giving price predictions for these, that's really, really sketchy, and it's something we should take into account because I think that's a bad development overall. Because it's fairly obvious that these guys are getting paid for certain. They even say it's a promotional video. So I guess it's better that they say it than if they don't. But I think the whole concept of promotional videos in something like an asset which you can buy and a lot of people can lose money on, I think that's a bad development. You shouldn't be an influencer on stock prices. Let's call it stock prices for now. You can be an influencer on products, or you can talk about the tech, maybe even get paid to talk about the tech. But even when you start to say, I got paid by this company and I think it will 10x, they're doing sketchy stuff. And before I actually get paid next week to talk about Banker. Just kidding, guys. And I don't want to call out names of people that are actually doing this. But for some people it's pretty obvious that they're going over the market and they are pumping up a really small cap coin, like a few $1,000,000. Super influential because if even the retail investors put a little money and they already moved the price, yeah, it's not okay. But already Twitter accounts, right, that are doing this. Yes, there are Telegram groups giving pump signals too, and yes, big YouTubers definitely guilty of manipulation. Yes. Yeah, these Telegram groups. On the one hand, it's genius, right? But let's take Pickle here. I actually like Pickle as a project, but a super small cap. And I buy a lot of Pickle around this low price right here, and then I give a pump signal. I can sell at whatever point I want because I'm not taking any risk, and this thing will pump up high. Let me actually look at the latest pump of one of these groups that I'm in, just to observe how it works. Let me take a look. I'm in the Discord of them. Discord starting up. Alright, pump signal 27th of February. Oh, they didn't say what they were pumping. Oh, here, on the 13th of February, they pumped Nebulio. February. It's actually a larger cap, Nebulio. I know this coin. Okay, so it's pretty clear. These guys are just buying in here, and then it pumps up all the way to there, which is a almost 100% gain, and they can just sell anywhere. They are not taking any risks. But people in the pump group are buying maybe here, and they are taking taking a risk because this is going up and down very, very fast. Just stay away from these groups. However, what they're doing themselves is just scamming off people, but on the other end also genius. Gotta give them credits. They know they're scamming people. They're just smart about it. Hopefully Ethereum can reclaim this weekly level. Redcoin, I learned my mistake about these pump groups. Well, yeah, everyone has to burn some time about these pump groups, right? You can make money on them, but actually the only people who are consistently making money on them are the makers of these groups. Yep, it's just gambling. It's just gambling. Exactly, but they know just a few minutes faster, huh? Yes. Well, maybe not even just a few minutes. I mean, they make up the coin, so they can buy over 5 days to not even manipulate the price and then pump it up. But yeah, they even have these tiers, right, where some people even know it a minute earlier and they sell these tiers. It's all super scummy. And this is actually not allowed on a normal stock market, but yeah, unregulated stuff, huh? Those things should be illegal, even on the crypto market. Alright guys, taking some last requests for altcoins, and otherwise I'm gonna hit the bed. Gotta wake up early tomorrow again to go to work. And then I'll maybe make a video tomorrow or the day after about Banger. I'm not in such a hurry looking at the price. Like I said, I'm probably waiting anyways till it goes down a little more. Probably around the $7 level I'm interested. By the way, Theta looks under NFT projects. So it confirms. You mean... What do you mean looks under NFT projects? You mean here on CoinMarketCap? Oh yeah. Cool, cool. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. Let me see if I can log into Theta. Would be a nice gift if I apparently have a few thousand Theta tokens somewhere, right? Probably don't, but who knows? I think back then we had to trade them for T-Fuel, and that was the worst trade you ever got in a lifetime, because T-Fuel only went down, and Theta actually went up. Wax, I also made a lot of money on, and in 2017. This is one of the coins where I made a lot of money in the ICO. Like I bought this on pre-sale, the ICO. And then it was pretty hyped in the beginning, as you can see here. I think it was like 10 cents a coin in the ICO, and it went up to like, yeah, more than $1 or so. So it was pretty nice. The ICO was a mess though. General thoughts about this coming week in crypto. Great stream, cheers, really enjoying listening, thank you. Hey man, Beardy, thanks for all the comments. You're being super nice. What do I think for crypto in the next week? I think tomorrow or the day after we could have a little bit of a retracement still. That we can actually see this support getting hit. Actually looking at this, probably around this level. So it's not that far, maybe 2k down. After which we will continue more to the upside or consolidate a bit around that level. I don't really think we will go back to these levels. So I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin. What altcoins will do really depends on whether BTC will rally upwards really fast or whether we will stick around at these levels. But I'm overexposed to altcoins. Also because I think Ethereum is in a really good position right now, where it's about to break out. I think altcoins will rally even more. So I'm leaning towards a horizontal Bitcoin next week, and an altcoin rally. That's what I think for next week. But again, a projection, not a prediction. Most important thing is being prepared for everything, right? Actually, now that I look at it, it might be that we even stick around this this support band a bit longer. If you also compare it to this breakout here. Like it broke out, but it went back to the band. And it sticked around these levels for a while, right? And I think it could be that we didn't get that big of a pump right here. But we will now already be a bit horizontal. Yeah, that's what I think. Any thoughts on why XM dropped that hard? Did it? Well, that's against Bitcoin. That's not against UCT. Huh. Didn't they have a lot of events coming up? I thought they had a lot of shit coming up. Ah, mainlet's launching tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, the question is when did it get announced that the mainnet is launching? Because probably, and if you're new to crypto, this is really a concept. When a mainnet gets announced for a later date, for example here in the beginning of February, is where I assume they announced that the mainnet will be launched here, then there will be a lot of hype and the price rises up. But when it actually happens, then there will be a huge drip. A huge drop into when it actually happens. Normally that's actually on the day itself when it actually drops a lot, but it seems that it has already dropped a lot for now. If they didn't have any negative news coming out in the last days, that maybe the mainnet is delayed or something, then I think it will recover pretty soon. When the mainnet's actually launched, a few days after, this will probably be stable at some point, and then it will start to rally again. Because the mainnet launch is a good thing, and the only thing why I can see this happening is because it's sell the news. So when it's actually happening, people are selling, or they are either delaying it or they brought out some other bad news why this is happening. One last question. Do you stick to a certain percentage of holdings in your portfolio, like X% in BTC and X% whatever? Yes, projection only. Yeah, I do. I definitely do. I'm guessing you're a bit flexible, as you just said you're overexposed on alts. Me too, lol. Yeah, however, I do think in percentages in my portfolio. And in general, I always have a percentage in BTC. However, I felt a bit more risky now because, in my view, Ethereum has so much. Ethereum is also safe, in my opinion, just as safe as Bitcoin, and it has so much growth potential compared to Bitcoin. Because Ethereum right now is only 30% from its 2017 all-time high, while Bitcoin is actually 200% from its 2017 all-time high. And we see that mostly Ethereum is lagging behind on Bitcoin. So I see a huge move happening for Ethereum. And that's the reason why I'm moving my Bitcoin to Ethereum. But I do keep my low cap altcoins to a smaller percentage. So right now, like I said, I only have 5 to 10% in AVAX, even though I think it will go crazy. And I'm pretty certain about how much it goes crazy. I'm aware that it's more risky. And I even have less in Reef. In Reef I have like 3 to 5% of my portfolio. Then I still have some in DOT, some in Link for the longer term. But I kind of divide it up into shorter term and longer term. These coins that I talk about on the channel are really my short term gems. AVAX, Reef. I don't want to stick it in for a few months. It's really, let's see what it does this month, and if I don't like what I see, then I just sell it. But if DOT just goes down this month, I still am pretty certain on that it will recover. And same with Ethereum. These are just my longer term holds. So I try to keep some kind of division between them, that I'm not too overexposed into the low caps. And I do think in terms of percentages with that, yeah. But it's not, it's kind of flexible. Did I answer your question for XM a bit, Nikias? Because I'm not following XM because I'm not really invested in it. But I guess one of these reasons is why. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you all for watching. Tonight's stream was the most fun I've had on the stream so far, because it has been pretty busy, a lot of nice conversations, and really nice to see all the new viewers coming in. No, I had the same thoughts. I wanted to buy now because it looks like a good deal. I agree actually. If check if they didn't bring out any bad news, because yeah, you don't want to buy into the bad news. But if that's not the case, I think it's a good buy. Yeah, really nice that everyone joined. Really nice to see all the new viewers, all the new subscribers actually dropping into the stream. Really cool. I'm bringing out new videos pretty soon, and I want to grow this channel and actually make it work, and you guys make it work. So I'm really glad with that. I'm really glad that finally we are getting some traction. I like it. Thanks, Erlan, and the rest that's still here. Thank you, Birdie. Goodbye, Nikias. Am I saying that right? Nikias, Birdie, Sertan. I appreciate your honesty. Bye bye, BitBoy. This is the best channel. Cheers and good night. Thanks, man. If we could get BitBoy's subscribers, oh man, I don't have to go to work anymore tomorrow. I'm sure about that. Alright, thank you guys. See you next time. Bye bye.